Sunday, February 28, 2021. The House on Friday passed the $1,400 third stimulus check bill. This is the Noontime Hour on LA8, and what's happening today? On Sunday, Bernie Sanders said that he would hold up your stimulus check to overrule the parliamentarian for a $15 minimum wage. But that's not happening. The president fires back and says he will honor the Senate rules. He will not overrule the parliamentarian. He will finally push the bill for a quick passage in the Senate this coming week. Could that $1,400 third stimulus check land your bank account this week? This is the continuation of LA8 with your Noontime Hour on LA8.
From LA Late News headquarters in Santa Monica, this is the Midday Report on LA Late.
Hey, good afternoon. It's the Noontime Hour, and this is LA8. How are you? We are back live. What a day it has been. There's Alma, and there's Crayola King, and there's Gunner, and there's Barbara. Good for President Biden. Amen. There's Daphne. Hello, everybody. How are you? There's Carly, and there's Roy Miller. What a good day it is. And where am I? Oh, I'm here. How are you? You know, the video right before this, it looked like I was a little bit out of focus. I don't know. I think it was the internet connection. You know, there's so much going on behind the scenes. I like your new set. I like the surfboard. It's more than a surfboard. And there's more than $1,400 in your third stimulus check package. And the great exciting news as you start the new time of this channel is that the president stepped in and cracked the whip in the way that he cracks the whip, you know, politely. Your $1,400 third stimulus check will not, repeat, not be held up by the wranglings of the progressive wing of the Democratic Party, who overnight said to fire the parliamentarian. That's not happening. To overrule the parliamentarian. That's not happening. And to do something with the parliamentarian. The president, his press secretary, his chief of staff, and himself also were not doing that. So I don't think you can get the message any louder and clear. Now, understand, on Monday you're going to hear a lot of stuff from these people. You're going to hear stuff from this guy, who today was fuming. Walmart this and Walmart that. Hey, Hermina Sanchez, thank you for becoming the new Purple Hawk. If you've not become a member, consider becoming a member. That subscriber link is also in there as well. Welcome, Hermina, to the family. How are you, Hermina? If you've not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. This is Noontime, LA. We got 2 hours of shows here. 2 hours of show, 4 30-minute shows. After this one is our new business lunch. It's a business lunch. Bring the bacon. Now I'm back at the top of the hour with the big updates about what's going on with the stimulus later on Monday. And then the bottom of that hour, bottom of this two-hour programming block, is a new SSI, SSDI show that people really like. It's only about SSI and SSDI, nothing else. And so I'm really glad you're here. I'm glad that I'm glad I was able to figure out what was going wrong between the break, but I figured it out. So your $1,400 third stimulus check will be called for a quick vote next week. That is now what we've been told. In the bill is the $15 minimum wage. She left it in there. But that's not a problem. It can be removed very quickly. It can be removed by Chuck Schumer, called for vote. He says that there will be no other amendments. It won't go to subcommittees. We'll call for a vote quickly, and we'll get it passed. Now, if you tuned in yesterday, which I think you did, you heard a lot about Plan A and Plan from this guy, or, I guess it's Plan A from him and Plan B from this one. Plan A, Plan B, Plan B. No, there's only one plan. It's the Biden plan. And there is we're not punishing businesses, and we're not doing all these things. I hope it will receive quick action. The president said today, we have no time to waste. If we act now decisively, quickly, and boldly, we can finally get ahead of this virus. We can finally get our economy moving again, and the people of this country have suffered far too much for too long. We need to relieve that suffering. I love those statements. Those are great. Well said. Ron Klain, who is the chief of staff to Joe Biden, said the administration will not, repeat, not overrule the Senate parliamentarian. Certainly that's not something we would do. Karina, you look wonderful. Well, thank you so much. Why does Nancy do these things, Alma? They can ruin with the $25,000 student loan debt as well. Well said. Who makes all that ratchetness? I don't know. Certainly, Ron Klain made it very clear that is something we are not going to do. We're going to honor the rules of the Senate and work with that system to get that bill passed. And then the president's press secretary came out as well. She came out very clearly. The president's press secretary said, if you didn't get the message from Ron Klain, if you didn't get the message from the president of the United States, I'm going to give you the message as well. And she spoke on behalf of the president's regards today and said, you know what? Same thing. We're respecting the parliamentarian's decision and the Senate's process, and the Congress will move quickly on passing the relief package. I'm back, Elliot, and I brought my better half. Oh, the comments are coming in. If you've not liked this video already, come on. What are you doing? Subscribe. Subscribe. This channel should be adding, 900,000 subscribers a day. Well, let's do 900 subscribers a day. Let's do 9 subscribers a day. Okay, let's do, 1 subscriber a day. Let's add some people. I love your new show, and your voice is beautiful. So, Sylvia, I appreciate it. Saki says, we got to respect the parliamentarian's decision. We got to move quickly. And there you go. That's how it's getting done. That's how it's getting done. I'm getting some comments from people say, this, oh, please, this. Someone just sent me a comment about this. I've seen that comment since day one. I'm biting my tongue. I see your comments. So, I will. I'll put this one up instead. That's Jack yelling. likes. Hello, Kelly. Jim is cracking. Jim E is cracking. There he goes, cracking up. Now, this is sort of this is where we are with this craziness. This is what Ilhan Omar said over the weekend. How many book deals does Ilhan Omar want? Does she want like 20 book deals? She urged to fire the parliamentarian. I mean, really? I want to go on just a little tirade just for 10 seconds. If you, Ilhan Omar, want to fire the parliamentarian, that means that millions of American stimulus checks are held up for weeks. Weeks. How about you give us your check? You want to push your own agenda by firing someone, it would take weeks, months. I mean, this is not smart, what you say. I could say that word that starts with EIDIO and ends with ITC or TIC. Yeah, this is great. You don't go firing the parliamentarian in the middle of the pandemic or trying to get a stimulus check out. That would basically mean that the entire country is shut down for 4 months while we try to figure out who the next parliamentarian is. It's insane. Other people like Pramila Jalapar, Mandara Jones, and Rokana said that McDo should be overruled. Yeah, but again, these are people that don't think very straight. They don't think with numbers. They don't have the votes. You have to get Republicans and Democrats to overrule it, and that's not going to happen. So thank goodness someone's thinking logically like us, and the president is not doing this. So I think I'm sort of going to cut it there. I'm not going to dwell on La La Land anymore, which is what the progressives have tried to do, is try to sort of confuse you, scare you. Carol, you rock. I appreciate that. Hugs Chris, says Crystal. Hey, Alan, I'm here dragging my husband. Well, how are you? Michelle, good afternoon, everyone. It's, they gotta get this stuff to the finish line. Let me go over what else is in the third stimulus package. $14 stimulus check for individuals who made less than $75,000. But if you made more than $75,000, you're still getting a stimulus check up to $100,000, which is reduced. Children, adult dependents, everyone gets $1,400, not taken out for debt support, not taken out for child support, not taken out for back taxes. $4 of FPUC from March to August 29th. Then a PUA, PUC, and FPUC from March to August. $20 billion for COVID-19 vaccination distribution, $20 billion for testing and tracing, $350 billion for state and local. The state and local is the money. The state and local, every time I say the $350 billion for state and local, that's hazard pay for public sector. The money will go to your state and your city, and they will pay you hazard pay if you're public sector. But more about the private sector hazard pay in a second. It's in there as well. $170 billion for K-12 schools, and the $3,600. $3,600. If you have a child, this is how the children's money works. Child 5 to newborn, you're going to get $5,000. First, you're going to get the $1,400, their $1,400 stimulus check with yours. Then you're going to get $300 every month for that child from the month of July forward for 12 months, $3,600 per child, 5 to newborn. If you got teenager 17 to 6, you're going to get $3,000 instead of $3,600, which is $250 a month starting month of July, plus the $1,400. So $1,400 with yours again, and then $250 a month starting the month of July. It's really, really helpful. It's time for this decisive action, said Nancy Pelosi. President Biden's American Rescue Plan is that decisive action. Of course, Majority Leader Kevin McCarthy, Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy says it fails to deliver for the American families. I don't know. $5,000 stimulus check for a kid? I think that sort of delivers. I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me. The numbers speak volumes, says Nancy. 18 million on unemployment, 24 million going hungry. This is a package that really addresses the situation. But the situation went sort of off the rails yesterday as Bernie Sanders just really, and Ron Wyden, who is this guy, really just sort of scared us with all these plans. When will we receive our stimulus payment? J. Pierre, that's a great question. Let me answer that right now. So this is Janet Yellen. She is your Treasury Secretary. She replaces Steve Mnuchin. Her job is to get you your stimulus check. If the bill became, when the second stimulus became law, the second stimulus check started being sent out by Steve Mnuchin within 3 days after it became law. I had about 100 viewers of about 281,000 subscribers who got that check in 24 hours electronically. Others got it the day after, 2 days after, 3 days after, 4 days after. Some took 2 months. But I had a lot of people get the check within that 7 days after it became law, because he sent it out within 3 days after it became law. So when does it become law? Everyone's saying it's going to become law this week. I think it's going to become law this week. How soon in the week will it become law? Well, because of the president's really incredible, great remarks, I think it could become law as early as Tuesday. I think it could become as early as Tuesday. Remember, you have now 2 steps. Chuck Schumer has to take out the $15 minimum wage, call for a vote, then has to go back to the House, call for a vote, and then go to the president's table. Theoretically, they can do all three of those things on the same day. Yes, they can do all three of those things on the same day. So what will happen next week? I have all those details and more coming up shortly after this. A lot of big, exciting, great details. I'm very excited for you. Stay with me for more right after this commercial break. If you want money right now, not 5 days from now, and not 5 weeks from now, then reach out to the community page. The volunteers can help you find that money for rent and utilities. That's at news.la.com/community. The community page features a series of volunteers who are viewers like you. They can help you find rent, utilities, SNAP, food benefits, mortgage assistance, and help you with eviction moratorium questions as well. Their Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram individuals reach out to them and indicate the city and state you're from, and they'll get back to you shortly. That's a community page. Volunteers working for you, viewers helping one another. Stay with LA for more. Join LA Late Daily for the excitement of the new LA Late live daily. The excitement starts on Mornings LA at 9 a.m. Home LA returns at 11 a.m. daily. And then afternoons LA at 1 p.m. Join us daily as the excitement continues live from Santa Monica on LA Late. And thank you, we're back.
From LA Late News headquarters in Santa Monica, this is the Midday Report on LA Late.
There I am. You guys saw me. I'm like, do they see me? Yeah, they do see me. But you know, there's so much happening. There's some buttons. Okay. So, hey, how is everyone doing? What's everyone doing this afternoon? It's a Sunday afternoon. It's a great day. How y'all feeling? There's Star. There's Sue. I'm back too, says Crayola King. There's Diane. Bye, Sandy. Sandy's leaving? Come on back, Sandy. We're not done yet. We got 3 more hours of shows. I'm loving the new LA. Thank you, Julia. Sue, SSI, SSI, LA, SSI. Absolutely, Sue. How is everyone else doing? There's Elizabeth. Josh, can you probably do this? Sandy, I don't really want to leave. You can't leave, Sandy. Now you're on air. Kim. There's Diane as well. Your third stimulus check bill has a lot of other stuff in there. And what are the other things in there? $1,500 if you're a hazard pay worker, made less than $25,000 2020 earnings as an earned income tax credit. That's $1,500 plus your $1,400 stimulus check. There is money for low-income rent, middle-class rent, homeless people to get into rent, money for mortgage assistance, meaning money for your mortgage, even if it's privately held, also if it's publicly held. And then there's money for SNAP and food. Boy, but if you're hearing that, you're like, wait a second, I heard about that on your show somewhere else. Yeah, that's Purple. Purple's back at the end of today's shows, at the very, very, very end. Purple shows you how you can rent, utilities, food, internet, childcare, and more. Kimberly, thank you for the massive super chat. The dancing pair. There's a dancing pair. We can dance now. Remember how last week I said I couldn't dance? It was a temporary set. Now I can dance. I got some space here. I got space this way as well. So now I have room to dance with the dancing pair. I hope you're dancing as well, so hope. So there is all those items currently under second stimulus. So join me later this afternoon on Purple to get that money right now. Also, there is a lot of items for businesses under this third stimulus package. There is money for starting a new business. There's money for an existing business grant. There is money for a PPP. There is a business grant for restaurants And then there's close of venues is more. There's a lot of money in there for businesses. Why? In fact, there's so many items for businesses. Guess what? Right after this, at the bottom of the hour, which is we're almost at right now, about 4 minutes from now, I'm going to be joining with the new show on the Noontime show, which is called Business Lunch. Business Lunch. And that's if you're an Uber, Lyft, a Grubhub, Airbnb, anything that's a side hustle or an independent contractor, electrician, plumber. It's our new Business Lunch show at the Noontime, on Noontime LA. I go over money that businesses can get now, money that businesses can get next. Remember, there's a lot of money for businesses, whether it's grants or loans, whether it's a new business or starting up a business. That's coming up right after this, in about 5 minutes right after this recording. We're coming up at the bottom of the hour, 11:30 on the West Coast. It's warm outside. It was very windy earlier today. And I've been loving all your comments today. If you've not been subscribing, make sure you subscribe. How long does the unemployment benefits last in the third stimulus, says Jason? To August. Great question. It goes from March to August for Jason Jones. Sandy says, hey, how are you? What is the SSA recording called? Let me pull up the time on that. That's actually... It is actually 1 hour from now. We have the business lunch coming up in 2 minutes, and then we have noontime, big updates with your stimulus check again, and then at 12:30 Pacific Standard Time, which is 3:30 on the East Coast, is the new SSI show, and people are loving it. Hey, Connie Hilligan, how are you? There's Bonnie. Hey, Bonnie, what's going on? Amen, Lynn. Okay, thank you. Private hazard pay, says David Rodriguez. Yeah, that private hazard pay is that $1,500 essential worker if you made less than $25,000 on top of your $1,400 stimulus check. So that's the private hazard pay. The $10,000 hazard pay, still a possibility somewhere, but not in this bill. And then we have all these business grants, in this third stimulus package as well. If you're just joining me at the bottom of the hour, let me tell you what we're developing today, and it all came because of this guy, your President of the United States. If you've not hit that like button, keep on getting those likes up. Teresa, absolutely. The likes help a lot. If you're watching the show taped, the likes really help a lot. Oh, I have one message to send really clear. Where am I? Here I am. Here's a message I sent. The shows on LA now go from 9 a.m. to about 3 o'clock live. And then we have our archive live, our throwback live chat shows, which are a lot of fun. What I want you to know is if you miss a show or something, please go back and watch it. So if you don't see me live on air at 5 o'clock in the afternoon on the West Coast, you got 12 other shows to watch from today. So go back and watch those shows. I don't want people to only watch when I'm live. So you'll now have so many shows to look through the entire day, 10 to 15 shows that you can go back and catch a show. So don't sort of only tune in when I'm live if in the event that you miss a live show. That's the benefit of the channel. Everything is archived on the page, on the YouTube page. Why would they keep my third stimulus check? Hey, Carly says soon. Yeah, that's the big update today. The big update was someone was trying to hold up your third stimulus check, and it's not happening. Please make an announcement video for the EIDL grant. That's a video right after this. Hey, Angel, for the super chat. Thank you, Angel, for the super chat. That is the video right after this our business lunch show coming up in about 2 minutes. The big news at the bottom of the hour is that the President of the United States will not be holding up your third stimulus check because of wranglings from progressives to fire the parliamentarian, overrule the parliamentarian. The president has made very clear he's not doing that. His team, which includes himself, his press secretary, and his chief of staff, says we are not doing that. And we are going for swift passage of the bill. Will there be a fourth stimulus package? Of course there will be. Of course. The question is whether there's a fifth one. We know there's a fourth stimulus package, absolutely. But will there be a fifth? And when will the fourth stimulus package stay with me for street and stimulus? That's a show that'll explain to you when and where it will happen. The big development on the afternoons is that you're getting a $14 stimulus check. The bill is getting to the finish line. The wranglings from the progressives are being smothered as all this chatter about holding up for $15 minimum wage is not going to be happening. What is going to be happening? I have all those details for you coming up. We are next back with our business grant show. And at the top of the hour at 12 noon, we have more updates as well. And finally at 12:30, SSI and SSDI. And then we roll into Afternoons LA. If you have questions or comments, join me in the next video. And as always, stay with LA for more.